Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Enjoy English Talks, where every conversation helps you learn. I'm Judy.
Hello, Judy. Hello, everyone. I'm Jake. How are you today, Judy?
I am really good, thank you. I went to the gym this morning before work.
The gym. Wow. Do you go to the gym every morning?
Not every morning, but I go 3 or 4 times a week. And you, Jake? How are you?
I am good, but I am a little tired. I stayed up late last night watching a movie.
Oh no, do you do that a lot? Stay up late?
Well, sometimes. Okay, maybe more than sometimes.
That is very honest, Jake.
I try.
Well, that is actually a perfect start, because today we are talking about how often we do things.
How often? Like every day? Or once a week?
Exactly. In English, we have special words to talk about how often. They're called frequency adverbs.
Frequency adverbs? That sounds complicated.
It sounds complicated, but it isn't. You already know some of them. Always, sometimes, never.
Oh, I use those words all the time.
See, you already know them. Today we are going to learn all of them, and we're going to learn where to put them in a sentence.
Okay, that sounds useful.
But first, we have a small request.
Yes, if you like our podcast, please click the like button.
Please subscribe to Enjoy English Talks.
And share this episode with your friends and family.
Thank you. It helps us so much.
We love our listeners.
Okay, now let's start. Jake, imagine a line. On one end, you have 100%. You do something every single day. No exceptions. On the other end, you have 0%. You never do it. Not once.
Okay, 100% to 0%.
Right. Our frequency adverbs live on this line. Let's start at the top. 100%. The word is always.
Always. I know this one. It means every time.
Exactly. Always. 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 If you always drink coffee in the morning, it means every single morning. No exceptions.
I always drink coffee in the morning. That is true for me.
Good example. Now let's move down the line a little. About 80%. The word is usually.
Usually. That means most of the time, right?
Yes, usually. 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 If you usually walk to work, it means most days you walk, but sometimes you take the bus.
I usually walk to work, but when it rains, I take the bus.
Perfect example. You see the difference? Always means every time. Usually means most of the time, but not every time.
Okay, what comes next?
About 60 to 70%. The word is often. 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 Often.
Often. That means many times?
Yes, many times, but less than usually. If you often cook dinner, it means many times a week, but not most nights.
I often eat pasta for dinner. Maybe 3 or 4 times a week?
That is a lot of pasta, Jake.
I love pasta. You know me.
I do know you. Okay, let's keep going. About 40 to 50%, the word is sometimes.
Sometimes. I use this word a lot. It means not always, not never.
That's right. Sometimes. 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 It means from time to time. Not a lot, but not zero.
I sometimes go to the gym. Maybe once a week, maybe twice.
Good. Now let's go further down. About 10 to 20%. This word is rarely. 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 Rarely.
Rarely. That means almost never.
Exactly. Rarely means it happens, but very, very little, like once a month or even less.
I rarely eat vegetables.
Jake, you should eat more vegetables.
I know, but vegetables are boring.
They aren't boring, they're healthy, but that is a topic for another day.
Okay. What is the last one?
0%. Never. 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 It means not one time, not ever.
I never wake up at 5 o'clock. Never.
I believe you. So let me say all six together, from 100% to 0%, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never.
Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. 6 words. That isn't so bad.
It isn't. And here's the good news. You don't need all six today. The 4 most common ones are always, usually, sometimes, and never. If you learn these 4, you can talk about almost anything.
That is good to know.
Now, Jake, here is the important part. Where do we put these words in a sentence?
Oh, right. I always forget the order.
Well, there is one simple rule. The frequency adverb goes before the main verb.
Before the verb. So, I always drink coffee, not I drink always coffee.
Exactly. I always drink coffee. The adverb always goes before the verb drink.
Let me try more. I usually walk to work.
Perfect. Usually before walk.
She sometimes reads books at night.
Very good. Sometimes before reads. You see the pattern?
Yes, the frequency word comes before the action word. That is easy.
It is easy, but there is one small exception. When the verb is am, is, or are, the frequency adverb goes after.
After. So not I am always happy, but I am always happy.
You got it. I am always happy. She is usually tired on Mondays. They are never late.
Okay, so before normal verbs, but after am, is, are.
Exactly. That is the whole rule. Let me give you a few more examples. He often goes to the park. The adverb often is before goes.
Okay.
We rarely eat fast food. The adverb rarely is before eat.
Got it.
The train is always on time. Here, the verb is, so always goes after is.
The train is always on time. I wish that was true.
Me too. Okay, let's practice. I'm going to give you a sentence, and you add the frequency adverb. Ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
I eat breakfast. Add always.
I always eat breakfast.
She walks to school. Add usually.
She usually walks to school.
They are late. Add never.
They are never late.
He watches movies on Friday. Add sometimes.
He sometimes watches movies on Friday.
Excellent. You got every single one right.
This is easier than I thought. Before the verb, after am, is, are. Simple.
Now let's make it fun. I want to know about your week, Jake. I'm going to ask you, how often do you, and you answer with a frequency adverb, okay?
Okay, ask me.
How often do you drink coffee?
I always drink coffee, every morning. I can't live without it.
How often do you cook dinner at home?
I usually cook dinner, but sometimes I order food when I'm too tired.
How often do you exercise?
I sometimes exercise, maybe once or twice a week.
How often do you read books?
I rarely read books. I know, I should read more.
How often do you eat vegetables?
I rarely eat vegetables, but I'm trying to eat more, I promise.
How often do you wake up before 6 o'clock?
I never wake up before 6. Never, never, never.
3 nevers, very clear.
What about you, Judy? Can I ask you?
Of course, ask me.
How often do you drink coffee?
I sometimes drink coffee, but I usually drink green tea.
How often do you cook dinner?
I always cook dinner. I love cooking. It helps me relax.
How often do you go to the gym?
I usually go to the gym, about 3 or 4 times a week.
How often are you late for work?
I am never late. I don't like being late.
Never? Not even one time?
Well, I am rarely late, maybe 1 or 2 times a year.
1 or 2 times a year? That is amazing.
I'm always early. I like to arrive 10 minutes before.
I'm usually on time, sometimes late, but I'm never early.
That is very honest. Now, did you hear something interesting? When I asked you questions, I said, how often do you? That's the question we use with frequency adverbs.
How often do you? That is a very useful question.
Yes, and you can answer with a frequency adverb or with a number. I always drink coffee, or I drink coffee every day. Both are correct.
How often do you exercise? I sometimes exercise. Or, I exercise twice a week.
Both are great answers. Now, before we continue, let me give you a quick challenge. I will say a sentence, and you tell me which frequency adverb fits best. Ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
I eat breakfast 365 days a year. I blank eat breakfast.
I always eat breakfast. That is 100%.
I go to the gym about once every 2 months. I blank go to the gym.
I rarely go to the gym. Very little. Almost never.
I walk to work most days, but not every day. I blank walk to work.
I usually walk to work.
I eat fish. Not a lot, but sometimes. Maybe once a week.
I sometimes eat fish.
I drink soda. Not once, not ever.
I never drink soda.
You got everyone right. That was perfect.
Thank you. When you hear the situation, the right word just makes sense.
Exactly. And that is the best way to learn. Don't memorize the percentage numbers. Just think about your real life and choose the word that feels right.
That is a really good point.
Now, let me show you one more thing. Sometimes we use frequency adverbs at the beginning of a sentence. This works with sometimes, usually, and often.
Oh, really? Like, sometimes I go for a walk?
Yes, sometimes I go for a walk. Usually, I eat lunch at 12. Often, I listen to music on the bus. These are all correct.
But we can't do that with always and never.
Good question. We don't usually start a sentence with always or never in everyday English. They sound strange at the beginning. Keep them in the middle.
Okay, sometimes and usually can go at the start. Always and never stay in the middle. I can remember that.
Now, Jake, let's do something fun. Can you tell me about your typical week? Use as many frequency adverbs as you can.
Okay, let me try. On weekdays, I always wake up at 7:30. Well, I usually wake up at 7:30. Sometimes I press the snooze button.
The snooze button, of course.
I always drink coffee. I can't start my day without it. I usually walk to work. At work, I sometimes eat lunch with my coworkers. We often talk about movies or food.
That sounds nice.
I often listen to music while I work. It helps me think. In the evening, I usually cook dinner, but sometimes I order pizza. I always watch something on TV before bed, and I rarely go to bed before 11.
That was amazing, Jake. You used always, usually, sometimes, often, and rarely all in one story.
I did. Wow, I didn't even think about it. It felt natural.
That is the best part. These words feel natural because you use them to talk about your real life.
What about your week, Judy?
My week is a little different from yours. I always wake up at 6:30. I usually go to the gym before work. I always eat breakfast at home, toast, yogurt, and green tea.
Always healthy.
I usually walk to my office. It takes about 15 minutes. I sometimes bring lunch from home, and I sometimes buy a salad near the office. In the evening, I always cook dinner. I love trying new recipes. I often call my parents after dinner. We talk about our day.
That is very sweet.
Before bed, I usually read a book, and I rarely stay up past 10:30.
10:30. I am rarely in bed before 11:30. Judy, you are so organized.
Thank you. I like having a routine.
And your routine has a lot of always and usually. My routine has a lot of sometimes and rarely.
And that is totally fine. Everyone is different. The important thing is that you can describe your routine in English now.
That's true. These 6 words make it so much easier to talk about my life.
And you know what? Listeners, you can do this too. Think about your own week. What do you always do? What do you sometimes do? What do you never do? Try saying it out loud. It is great practice. Okay, let's review.
Yes, let's see what we learned.
Today, we talked about frequency adverbs, words that describe how often you do something.
Yes, we learned 6. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never.
Good. And we learned where to put them, before the main verb, but after am, is, or are.
And we can ask, how often do you, to start a question.
Perfect. You remembered everything.
I learned a lot today.
And you did such a great job today. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thank you so much for listening to Enjoy English Talks.
Yes, thank you, everyone. It was fun.
Please subscribe to Enjoy English Talks
Give this episode a like.
and share it with a friend.
Now, we have a question for you today.
Yes, please leave a comment below.
Tell us, how often do you practice English? Use a frequency adverb in your answer. For example, I always practice English before bed, or I sometimes listen to podcasts.
We would love to read your answers.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing your English.